Hello, babies.
Thank you, Irene. Hello, Richard. You look like shit. Love it. Love it. Just one picture causes you to change your whole lifestyle. And I thank you. No, you thank me.
I don't feel as bad as I look.
Bullshit. Don't lie to me.
I don't.
You're slouched. You're not, your eyes look glazed over. You look defeated.
Well, I look terrible. I don't feel that bad.
Well, it's good. It's getting better then.
It's getting a little better. I mean, I took a week off. That was a mistake.
Well, of course. Even with the wife's family and their adventures they do all the time, you didn't get any.
No, I cannot agree to do any of that anymore. Although I did agree to go paddleboarding, and we went out into the fucking ocean.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Your face? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Good to see you, Bill.
You as well, boys.
How is that climate control working? You're in a sweatshirt. It's 98 degrees right now.
Not here.
Not in podcast studio X, wherever you plan to locate yourself.
I'm doing laundry in the podcast studio right now, so I can't have the dryer going when I'm trying to record this. So I moved upstairs.
I see. It's all
you do your own
together.
laundry, Queen?
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that's an upset.
That I would never put money.
I even cook my own dinner. I know, baffling, but I do it.
You should have servants for that.
Yeah.
It's called your mother.
How easy does pussy, smoke, ash, and blood come out of clothes?
Not very.
Not very.
At least 3 washes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, boys, we got a lot to get to. Bill's back, so I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say. And God forbid we miss a minute of this pointless fucking game called
I like
MLB
the All-Star game
that hasn't been relevant since 1976. So let us jump right into this. And before I do that, let's do some shameless plugging, which we never do. Go subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts. Look for the Simple Minds Sports Show. Give us a like, give us a review, give us a rating, and please share it with your friends if you have any. We'd appreciate it. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show, Wednesday edition, July 14th. Suck it, Ray. Welcome to the show.
There's a subscribe button in Ray's mom's. So if anyone wants to take advantage of that, be my guest.
707.
I'm back.
Rich didn't even have the ledger before when you were gone. Yesterday or Sunday, beautiful. It was just nice, clean fun.
Yeah,
no
man.
mother jokes, no beeps, no nothing. Now,
I had a good one in my
first
head
5
too.
minutes. Oh,
I had a doozy in my head. And
actually, I disagree.
Kept it in.
I think the back-to-back thing, that was kind of a mother joke.
Oh yeah,
But it was funny. It was
That's
funny.
Listeners, go back and listen. Ray had, Ray was a classic Ray mom joke where he had to ask what the punchline was, but when he said it was kind of funny. Basically, the punchline was he tried to slip his dick in between his legs and then go back to back and bang my mom or something. I don't know. It didn't work. Speaking of back to backs, Whitebird Brewing.
Your dick is not big enough for that to ever happen.
That didn't make sense. Whitebird.
Like how the fuck would that? Hold on, before you go, how would that even feel good? Like seriously.
I don't know, Bill.
You're fat. You're fat. I'm sure your dick can't extend past your asshole. So how the fuck are you gonna have sex with Rich's mom?
Just a tip, baby. That's all I need. Just a tip.
There's no way. There's no. I feel a bet coming on.
I want to see this.
You don't think I can stick my dick between my legs and have it pop out further than my ass?
Not fuck Rich's mom. That's for damn sure.
Well, I'm not gonna
Stop saying fucking Rich's mom. You stop making it so personal. Can we talk about Ray's small little dick? Listen, White Birch Brewing is the
for
beer
guys
of
without
choice.
small dicks.
They got big giant swinging dicks in the brewery. They are in Nashua, New Hampshire. Address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
The good side of Amherst Street, the big dick side of Amherst Street. Head on down, get yourself a flight, get yourself a pint, get yourself a hat. Don't get your friends one. Whatever you do, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. Speaking of this useless game, Bill, what are you so excited about to watch this game? The MLB All-Star game,
it's baseball, man. I love baseball.
Do your fantasy guys get points tonight?
No, of course not.
That's the only reason why I thought you were going to be watching tonight.
I was trying to remember today how many even All-Stars I even have on my fantasy team. Is I think 3, 2. How many?
I think the
Humble
answer
brag.
is no one fucking cares.
That actually is the answer.
You're wearing a Detroit Pistons jersey. Suck my balls, Ray.
I'm wearing a Raymond jersey. Suck my balls.
That's better than Detroit.
Let me say this about the MLB All-Star game. I still get like a little bit of a buzz. There's a little bit of a buzz around this game and like the activities, and because they always bring up the history of baseball, and it's got a good history. The problem is when the game starts, because the game of baseball is slow and boring and they need to fix it. And it's like 4 hours. They drag it out even longer for the spectacle that is the All-Star game. So there's no fucking way you're going to see the end of this thing at midnight. Thankfully, most of the Red Sox are starting, so you can see them play if you're interested in that. So yeah, there's a buzz, I think, but it's still at the end of the day, when you get into the game, I don't know. It's baseball. And they still mic guys up, or like who are they miking up this year? Are we going to get like, is anyone entertaining?
I didn't even look. Honestly, I didn't even look.
If you ask Stephen A, it's not going to be Ohtani. So,
Hi-yo.
All right. I'm not trying to defend him, but like, I know what he was trying to say. He just said it the wrong fucking way. Like it was just, it wasn't the right way to say it, but like, it kind of makes sense in like a vacuum. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think his message didn't get across from the way he said it, but like what he was alluding to is not wrong, because you have one of a generational talent in Mike Trout, who the MLB can't promote.
Well, I'll just say this to the point that I think first of all, we always land on the side of don't cancel people for saying stupid shit. This is the culture we're in. Everyone wants to cancel Stephen A. Smith and call him a xenophobe and everything else. Look at Stephen A. Smith's career. He's not a fucking xenophobic. Come on, people. But I think he did put his foot in his mouth here. You got to know what world we're in. You can't talk like that and think you're going to get away with it. And I understand what he's saying. I understand what you're kind of saying too, Bill. Like, this guy is taking the world by storm, and it would probably be easier for the MLB to market him if he did speak English, because the MLB is mostly an American sport. However, I think that he's the most popular player in baseball right now without any of that. So I don't even know if he does need to speak English, frankly. I don't know if he does. And I don't know if that's because of the way the game is and people don't pay attention to it close enough and they don't really give a shit what any of these guys have to say. Or it's just that he's such a unique talent and spectacle, and this is what the game has needed for a long time, that it's just fun to watch him. But he's the most popular thing that's happened since baseball, since the steroids. Probably, right? I mean,
especially with the home run derby. Who did everyone want to watch last night? Shohei.
Yeah,
that's what everyone wanted to watch. And who wants to watch him tonight? They want to see him pitch. He's the starting pitcher for the AL, and then he's going to DH for the AL. That's the only thing that anyone wants to see. He is the most exciting thing baseball has had since the steroid era.
It's really fucking cool. And I don't really actually like, if he spoke English, and I'm trying to think, like, and we're watching this game and you got an interview, like, I think the only way he could screw up the excitement is if he spoke, because he'd probably say something stupid and sound like an asshole, and then we'd hate him for it.
Well, the thing is, actually, though, you think about the respect that the Japanese players have and all that. You don't expect them to say a lot of stupid shit. I mean, there's been a good amount of Japanese players in the major leagues, and they're all respectful. It's like you don't see it now. And like, as far as like having to speak English to be the face of the Major League Baseball is a crock of shit. Baseball is a global sport.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's probably more popular in Japan than it is in America.
For sure. I mean, you think the minor league systems they have over, even Korean baseball league. Look at Korean baseball league was playing last year during the middle of a fucking pandemic.
Not anymore.
It's like, not anymore. They postponed it for like 2 weeks. But anyways, like they don't need it. Like, look at like the countries these guys come from. Like, the predominantly Major League Baseball is not American.
Yep.
Why do you need an American or a guy that speaks English to promote the America's pastime? The game has been around since 1890 or whatever, 1880, right? I get it. It's not as popular as it once was, but those are changes that you can make. Yeah, maybe Ohtani coming in is what the changes that could happen, and you're going to try to draw it in. Because, dude, how many times did you grow up, Rich? You play baseball. You're a pitcher. You played at the infield. You want to hit. You want to hit. You want to pitch. You see these guys now. American baseball doesn't allow you to do that. Yep. You pay all this money. This guy I was talking to yesterday, his kid got a scholarship at some prep school in Concord, $54,000 a year. And it's all for baseball. He lives there. It's baseball, baseball, baseball. And they took him out from one position and made him a pitcher. That's the way it is. Japan, they let these guys do whatever the fuck they want. I don't think you're not going to see an American guy come in and be a hitter or a pitcher anymore. It's not going to happen.
No, it's all specialized. And toot. I've been on the get rid of the DH for the AL and the whole league. I like the NL style of baseball. It's more fun. It's more interesting. And the argument that, you want to watch pitchers go up there and strike out. Well, if you just made it part of the game, like Bill's saying, you made these guys an actual player, it would be a better game. It'd be a more fun game, I should say. And I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It probably won't happen in America for a long time, but Ohtani is certainly, I think, opened some doors. Hopefully, I think.
It depends. Honestly, can I go real quick? If Ohtani becomes like a back-to-back MVP and is like the greatest thing ever, I bet you American players will start trying to be like that because they're going to see the big paychecks that come with it.
I expect Ohtani to eventually just be a hitter. Truthfully, I think he's a little bit overrated as a pitcher. He's 11-5 and 34 starts. His ERA is a shade under 4. He walks a shit ton of guys. I expect him to eventually transition to hitting. The only reason he's doing it right now is because he got posted from Japan and got to basically dictate everything. You know what I mean? When you're drafted by these teams, they own you. They tell you what you want to do. Mayer, the number one pick of the Red Sox, they tell you what he's doing.
He might not have a long-term career as a starting pitcher, but it'd be cool if his position in the field was a reliever or something. I don't know.
He could be a closer, but
he's probably an excellent fielder too. Honestly, he's probably just a fucking good all-around baseball player. Probably throw him in left field and he'd be fine. But he's the star of the show tonight.
How old is he, real quick?
27.
Shit.
Red Sox were it's close. You think he wanted to be closer to home, so he went West Coast.
Makes sense.
I don't think
on him though.
Yeah, I think it was he was leaning more Seattle. I heard was rumored. It's a closer shot to Japan. I don't think they were. They wanted him. Right? They wanted him. I
think they offered the most money. It was just a geographical situation in LA or
He probably talked to Daisuke and said, "Don't fucking go there."
You got the gyro. I'm not doing an accent. You got the gyro ball.
Hideki Nomo. He was here for a little while too. I mean, they've had
hitter, baby. No hitter,
baby. They've had success with Japanese guys.
They have. I mean,
Uehara was a fucking stud in 2013 when they went.
Hideki Korean though?
Okajima came over
was good then
in 07. No, he came in 07.
Sorry.
Tazawa was up there. He's another Japanese guy. They came because Ojima signed with Daisuke right after.
There's a Are You Smart, the trash can category.
There's a little bit of knowledge right there. Okay, it's a lot of baseball talk. I do want to get a little bit of the state of baseball. Manfred always gives his or the commissioner of baseball generally gives
that fucking nutsack.
He is one of the most hated people in sports right now, I think, and for good reason. So the big thing that came out of his press conference was the new rules that they instituted are probably not going to be permanent. We were not big on the 7-inning doubleheader because it doesn't make sense. It just fucks everything up. He said that's going to be gone, but he also said that the runner on second to start extra innings is also going to be gone. Why? This thing is great. Let me just give you one stat. The longest game of 2021 has only been 12 innings. It was like 5.5 hours long, but it was only 12 innings.
That was a Sox game, wasn't it?
No, it was Twins and it's in the email, Bill. Twins and no, it's not. Sorry.
Wow.
Twins and Reds. Was that
for the email open? Booch.
Nice. Why are you going to get rid of that?
I hate it. They've been talking about this for 4 or 5 years before they implemented it. It's been in the minors since 2016, 2017. So they've been, testing the waters. I like it. It's again their favorite. It's the pitchers are pissed off. Teams are pissed off. All these unearned runs. It's like It's stat driven. It's stat driven with the
man.
players. The players,
get over it.
We've all said it for years. The players are, especially pitchers, are baby back bitches. You know, I love it. It speeds up the game. There's no one in their goddamn right fucking mind that should watch an 18-inning game because they can't.
Game.
Shut up, Ray. But like you see these, like there's no reason a game should drag out to 18, a regular season game. Playoffs, I don't give a fuck. That Red Sox Dodgers game in 2018 was fucking phenomenal. And I would do it.
Wasn't. That sucked.
No, I loved it. I stayed up
4 o'clock in the morning, dude.
You're right, and I stayed up to the whole fucking thing,
too.
tripping out on mushrooms.
I was hoping I didn't care if they won or lost. It was terrible. It was terrible. Rob Manfred, he's a walking You're right. Give Theo the commissioner hat and just get it over with. Let him start going wild on this fucking sport.
Have you read his comments lately? Ooh.
I haven't. Let's save that for. Do you have any off the top of your head?
No, I just read them, but like
they're
very analytic driven. And
Bill got a boner just looking at all those numbers.
Quick fact, Ray: the average time for a baseball game in 2021 is 3 hours and 8 minutes, which honestly doesn't sound that long, but it's a slog.
It's a football game.
Yeah. Well, in 10 years ago, it was 2 hours and 58 minutes, so it keeps going up.
No, it's the commercials, I think.
It's the pitchers.
It's the pitchers.
It's the pitchers and it's
everything. We'll see what this All-Star game looks like tonight. As you can see it behind me. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, rate, review. We'll see what they do. They got some stars in baseball. They're trying. They're doing their best. We'll see what
they got a lot of young talent in this game too. And that's one of those things to try to Tatis is one of the most exciting players in the game. Vlad Guerrero is a fucking stud this year. I mean, those are 21, 22-year-old kids. You know, that's what you need to I think Tatis is 23, but that's what you need to drive these young kids in. You need the excitement back. You need to get rid of the old timey baseball. And these guys swagging on everything. They're fucking spin and chain. The Padres have, Slam Diego. Is that what they call it?
Actually, real quick before we do that, let's touch on that. Speaking of some swag, Pete Alonso in the home run derby, king of the dongs. That guy has got a freaking slow pitch softball swing. Ray, I tuned in the last round. Soto was swinging. He's got a nice, lefty swing, real pretty. But it looked like he was swinging out of his shoes. Then Mancini comes up there.
Trey Mancini, yep.
Who wasn't rooting for him? Beat cancer. Yep. He's got a fucking tomahawk. Like he's literally trying to take someone's head off every time he swings the bat. They both did well. It's a home run derby. And then Alonso walks up there and it's like, oh, forget it. Look at this fucking guy swing.
4 home runs he hit. 74.
35 in the
35 in the first.
It's just and he's dancing out there. He's hip thrusting. He's got the swag himself. It's no contest. That guy will win the home run derby. Every year. He had 53
home runs his rookie year. That guy he's got some pure power.
Back-to-back winner.
Ray, is that an event as a baseball guy that we know you are? Is that an event that you'll tune into on a slow Monday night to get a little excitement out of?
No, wrestling was on. I was watching wrestling.
There it is.
But can I say, hold on, before we move, I like the way they revamped it because it used to be stale as fuck. Now the time clock, I think if they bring it back, it's more the extra time, the swing offs, all that shit. I think it's back to where when we were kids, how exciting it was when the McGuires and Griffey was going back to back. That was the shit that I like to see. Now you're seeing
I like that they switched it up. If anything baseball does to switch it up is good. It took me a minute to kind of get into it because you're watching the swing. You're like, did that go out? And he's swinging it again. And you just gotta watch the home run thing. I was like, oh shit, that went out. And then you just gotta kind of get used to the viewing experience. But yeah, definitely better than sitting. That's why they should play the actual fucking game.
Right. And the cool thing was
within 2 hours and 8 minutes.
The cool thing was too is all the players signed every ball they were hitting. So everyone that was pitched to them had their autographs on it. So I
didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next time, just strap a $100 bill to it and just fire them out there.
That'd be sweet too.
All right, we got to move on. This is good. USA Basketball has lost their first two. I think they're beating Argentina pretty bad right now, but they lost their 2 exhibition games. Ray, you read the email. Bill,
I did read him.
Damn it. All right. The United States Olympic team has lost 4 exhibition games since 1992. 2 of them were this year in the past week.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. What Nigeria? I think I texted you.
Nigeria.
I didn't even know they had a fucking basketball team. I had no fucking idea.
Now you know.
I texted you guys. I was like, dude, they lost to a team. I didn't even.
Don't say what you said in the text.
Yeah,
there was nothing racist. I didn't know this fucking country had a basketball team. What's wrong with that?
Did you know Mike Brown was the coach of Nigeria?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
The Mike Brown?
The Mike Brown.
That seems bullshit.
Right? They just hire coaches that aren't any nationality. Yeah. Come on over.
I'm sure.
Hey, Phil Jackson, we need China. We need you to coach China. Come on over.
Yeah, the Zen master.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked like they're going through the motions. Even I watched a little bit of this game before we got on, and they're not playing basketball. They're just going out there showcasing their talent.
It's an all-star game.
It's a collective bunch of talent, young guys. Any Kevin Durant team that Ray, you and I talked about this the other night. Any team that's been specifically led by Kevin Durant has never won shit. Oklahoma City, his newest one with the Nets. The only time he's won, Steph Curry was the man. Now he's leading this Olympic team.
Back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
NBA MVPs in the finals. Kevin Durant.
Was that his team? Was Golden State his team?
No.
I was just putting a cunt hair of respect on his name.
Well, here's a cunt hair. If Steph Curry was on this U.S. team, then I'd give him a chance. I take that back. I still give him a chance because of the talent that they have and how good Kevin Durant is. But if they run up against some good teams, and there are good teams out there, there's a lot of NBA players from around the world.
Australia is obviously very good.
Australia beat them. That Nigeria game, that was the biggest upset in Olympic basketball history. 25-point upset.
I didn't even know they had a fucking team. So of course.
Speaking of,
hold on, real quick. This is like that 04 team, or there was the 04 team where they didn't even medal. They finished 5th, or the bronze. Was it the bronze? And like they just threw everybody and anybody on that team because they thought they could fucking throw like star power together and win. That's why Tayshaun Prince made the 2008 team because they were building it for defense and all that other shit. Like Colangelo took over in 08 and they actually built teams. Now all these, like, you get Durant, like LeBron's of the world. Even say what you want about Melo, but he's one of the best international guys the U.S. has ever had.
That's his crowning achievement, winning gold medals.
3 of them.
Yep.
Look, I'll say this too. They don't have any. If LeBron was on this team, they wouldn't have lost those games. They wouldn't have lost those games. Say what you want.
I hate LeBron. That prick.
They don't have anybody on that team that has the pedigree, leadership, skill, toughness.
Kind of like the Celtics.
There you go. Nice segue.
Jayson Tatum out. Knee soreness, day to day.
Great. That's breaking news.
You didn't know that?
No, I've been.
I came out at like 6:30, right around there.
Yeah.
I was on the court. Heat stroke Tuesday.
Yep.
Ooh, I forgot. 96 today. Huh? It's 69 out right now.
Nice.
Just last thing on that before we get to Tatum, who sat down with Gary Washburn the other day. Joe Ingles on Australia. That guy can play for me any day.
He's from Utah, right?
Rick. He plays in
he's
Utah. He's from Australia.
No, I know, but I mean, he plays the Jazz. Yeah. What I'm saying,
yeah, and he's an asshole, and I love it. Do you guys get a chance to read that Gary Washburn interview with Jayson Tatum?
I heard a little bit of it on the radio on the way home.
Okay, let me just give you some cliff notes. This Tatum doesn't fucking get it. Tatum doesn't get it. Everything that he was talking about, he was parsing his words. He was shaping it all around what should be said, what is not said. It's all about the Jayson Tatum brand. Where's it going next? What does it mean next? Does he want to win? Yeah, I'm sure he's got a competitive spirit. I said this a long time ago. He's not at number 1. He's not your guy. He's not.
Is he
I don't think he'll ever get it. I don't think he'll ever get it.
Is he Kyrie Irving, not a leader, more of a number 2, a Robin, if you would?
Way less talent.
I think he's got.
He's got talent. He just doesn't get it. He just can't lead.
I think he's got the talent of a Kyrie Irving. I think he's got the talent to be a top 10 player in the NBA. I just don't think that he has the mentality. I don't know if it's age or what, but the Gary. We don't have to get into the Gary Washburn stuff, but he's talking about COVID and people use that as an excuse against him. And he's talking about, asked about the coach and, changes, good changes are good. Changes are good sometimes. Just come out and say it, man. Like, just come out and give us some real answers, some raw emotion. Tell us what you actually what you actually mean, what you actually want. It just seems like he's really focused on the Tatum brand. And a lot of the interview was around his snub for the All-NBA team, which, he's had a lot to say about that. they should change the rules so it's
that
more
pisses me
fair
off.
for him to get the All NBA. It's like,
well, he just wanted the money, so that's why he wants to change the rules.
He's got 2 girlfriends. What do you want? Bitches ain't cheap.
When has he?
That's true.
When has he
He's
talked
definitely
about the
paying
Boston
Deuce's mom off.
Celtics?
No,
when has he talked about the Boston Celtics?
That doesn't mean anything to him.
No, he doesn't care. He just wants to be in the league and make money. He don't give a shit about winning a championship. You would hope kind of playing for the USA this year and maybe potentially winning gold would change shit, but I just don't think he
went to Duke.
Yeah, I just don't. It's that
we say any more about Jayson Tatum.
It's the Kyrie Irving suck that just rubbed off on him that 2 years. That's got to be what it is.
You said cunty wrong. It's not sucks. It's cunty.
Well, the dapping up after that fucking playoff game, partying with all those guys, man. It's just not there. It's not there with anybody on the team, even Jaylen Brown. It's just not there with this.
You think Larry Bird did that if Jordan beat the shit out of him? No,
I'm not going to go back to the 80s.
Different era, dude.
It's a different game. It's a different era. You don't have there's not a lot of these guys in the NBA that have it, but you need it to win. And look at the Suns. Chris Paul is that guy. He's never been a guy to be shaking hands with the enemy. And I think Devin Booker's that guy too. Even as a young star in the NBA, I think he's fucking ruthless. So you need it, and some guys have it. Jayson Tatum doesn't. I don't know if Jaylen Brown does. It's just frustrating to watch. Last question on this. We've also heard a lot of this start to piss me off. The international game is a lot more physical than the NBA game, so they're learning how to play within the international game. Fine, whatever. There's been talk that Tatum and Beal have been exposed at getting upset with the officials in these first exhibition games about not getting calls. It's all about to drive me out of my mind. But let's try and look at from a positive standpoint. If Jayson Tatum learns how to deal with a more physical international play, although he already has knee soreness, so can that help him in his NBA game when he comes back? Theoretically, the answer is yes, right? Or does he just flake out?
Of course.
No.
Fine. Question to you, Ray. If they don't win gold, if they win a hard-fought silver, does that help Jayson Tatum?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Gold pays, bitch.
Doesn't it feel like if they win a silver and it's like really hard fought, like he'll have some pride? Like, no, we fought hard for this. We got the silver. That means something. When you're the fucking United States, if you don't win gold, it's a royal disappointment.
I would be the 68 team or 70 team that left their medals. They didn't even come pick up their silver medals when they lost to Russia. Yeah. I would have been that team.
Well, that's because they got cheated. Because they got cheated out of that game.
Either way, it's
wild disappointment. If this team doesn't win gold, it's a royal disappointment. We'll see.
Who are honestly the good teams right now? Like what countries are really good? I know Argentina used to be a good team when Ginobili was there and all those guys, but who is actually good?
Australia is actually good.
Legitimately good.
Who do they have? Dellavedova? Is he down there right now?
They got Patty Mills, and Ingles is actually a really good player. I don't know.
I would love Patty Mills on the Celtics this year.
They got Baines.
Spain
right?
is usually
Baines from.
Spain's usually pretty good.
I don't know.
Croatia, is that the where what's his face is from?
Slovakia.
Oh, ill.
Some more basketball talk before we move on. The Bucks are on the board in a big way. They blow out the Suns in Milwaukee. Devin Booker did not shoot well. Here's the key for your Suns, Bill. When the game is not really close in the fourth quarter, Giannis takes over. He got another 40 points. Just keep it close. The Bucks will give you the game in the fourth quarter if you keep it close. Yeah,
and it was a typical. I mean, you're up 2-0 going to Milwaukee. I mean, you expected them to answer. I didn't think it was going to be a sweep. I think we all said Suns in 6, or
Ray
except for Ray. Ray said it was over. Ray said it was over. No, I mean, I don't think it's over. I mean, you saw them. Milwaukee had 7. Giannis had 17 free throws, right? And Phoenix had 16. You know what I mean?
Home court advantage, man. That's what the refs do in the NBA. They fucking give the calls to the home team because they want the home field. They don't want to get booed out of the court. So yeah, if they keep it close, Milwaukee will lose. And come Thursday, it's going to be 3-1, and I'll be saying, "Suck my dick, Bill."
I hope you do. That's my son's team. I want him to win.
Fuck. Sorry. Sorry. My bad.
I don't know. I give the Bucks a shot. They
look good. They look good on Sunday.
When they play well and they got a comfortable lead heading into the fourth, they're hard to beat. You just got to keep it close. You just got to keep it close. And if if Chris Paul stays healthy, then I'm with the Suns. But Chris Paul could go down at any point in time. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going 6 or 7. We'll see. Out of left field, a quick hockey note. We've heard this today. The Minnesota Wild are broke. Basically, they're starting to buy out their players. Ryan Suter has now been linked to the Bruins, who desperately need some defensive help.
Is that official?
Well, no, just rumors.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Is it a Billy Bomb? Is it Billy Bomb or no?
It's not a Billy Bomb. It just makes sense. And frankly, the Bruins are going to be linked to a lot of guys because they got $30 million in cap space.
Dude, he's 36-year-old grinder. He's still in that, he's a Bergeron age. He can still fucking play. He's a left shot defenseman. He's been a Norris winner. He's been a fucking stud. And you have a glaring hole on defense. We've talked about Eichel. We've talked about Tarasenko, all these guys in the offense, but your biggest needs in defense. I text you guys as soon as I read that he got bought out. I said he's an option for the Bruins. He has to be, and he could come cheap. He's getting $6 million over 8 years from Minnesota. So
they're on waivers, right? They're both on waivers.
Then they got bought out. That doesn't.
I thought they said they were going on waivers.
No.
All right.
So there was rumors that they may try to move him to the Kraken. But they're not on waivers. In a buyout in the NHL, you just get bought out because then if you're waiving a guy, like someone could swoop in and take that contract, right? That's how you get them to fucking your minor leagues and shit like that. You got to waive them, move them down, and get them off the books. This is a buyout. The buyout period opened today. They're both, and Zach Parise might be a nice little piece too. Those are two guys that would fit very, very well. We talked about David Krejci, bringing back David Krejci. I would be a little inclined to take a run at Zach Parise. I think him, Taylor Hall, and Craig Smith will form one of the better second lines in all of hockey. I think that line would be pretty deadly. He's still got a lot of life left in him, and he might come a lot cheaper than what they'd be willing to pay for Krejci. Go ahead, Ray.
They're both to be put on waivers today. Wild will pay each $6.7 million over the next 8 years. They are on waivers.
It's a buyout.
Are you deaf? Just hard of hearing? Do you want me to read it again? A little slower? Maybe do a little sign language? You tell me. I got options, baby.
Okay, so if a team claims them, then what happens? Then Wild are off the hook for the money, right? Because they're on waivers? Tell me that. Keep reading. Just keep going.
Keep talking. We don't like dead air.
Keep going.
No one's going to claim them. They'll be free agents. Ray, this might be a 50-50. Ray, you might have been technically correct. But they're going to be free agents. And they're going to be able to sign wherever they want for whatever money they want because they're going to be getting paid by another team not playing for them. So, I just asked the question for the Bruins. The same one I've been asking. And we've said this. Seems like they're going to run it back. Seems like they think that they still have a shot, even though we just saw what the Lightning did running through the fucking playoffs. Do you bring a 36-year-old left shot defenseman in there, or do you try and take a shot at some younger guys and build a younger core? I don't know. I guess anything can happen in the NHL playoffs. So you extend Bergeron's run and Marchand's run for as long as possible. I guess that's the mentality. If that's the case, then go bring in as much fucking cheap old talent as you possibly can. Bring Krejci back. I draw the line at Tuukka Rask and his bum hip. That's where I will draw the absolute line. We'll see. That's enough hockey talk for July.
Yeah, but Suter and McAvoy. Ooh.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
That's a shutdown pair if I've ever seen one.
We're going to end the show on this because it's fucking awesome. Olympic shit show continues to go through. I just have some things to read to you. Here's a little, some knowledge. Thomas Bach, he's the president of the IOC. He called Japanese people Chinese.
Is that racist?
Just a bit outside.
In his statement, he said, our common target is safe and secure games for everybody, for our athletes, for our delegations, and most importantly, for all the Japanese people.
What a dumbass.
And then he ended.
In his credit, China has the winter coming up, so I get okay.
You, Bill. and he ended his press conference with a Japanese phrase pronounced "Gambari Mashu," which basically said, let's do our best.
How?
Hey, why not? They should do. Hey, why not? That's what the Olympics should be. This
Absolutely, Bill.
How can you let this go?
Let me just give you some statistics to work on that. How there will be 11,000 athletes coming into Tokyo, tens of thousands more of broadcasters, trainers, judges, officials, media, etc. 50 to 80% of the Japanese public does not want this to happen. And then just here's a kicker for you. 18%. Sorry, let me back up. Their COVID cases rose 830 cases in the last week. That's up from 593. That's 24 straight days cases have risen. The country of Japan is only 18.5% vaccinated. And just as a kicker, the Tokyo police just arrested a group of United States and British men working for a power company because they're doing a bunch of cocaine. So things are looking real good over there.
Nah.
I should have left the cocaine part out. Bill was like, that was like, that smoothed it out for him. Is, you know what?
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, you're in the middle of the pandemic. What else are you going to do? You're living in fucking Japan. They're on lockdown.
Just take a ski trip.
Just get an 8-ball and fucking call it a day.
What an absolute shit show, Raymond.
Yeah, what are you going to do? $50 billion reason why they're going to be doing these Olympics. You've said it before, Rich. It's all a money grab. They just want to make that money back that they spent on this Olympics already.
I don't necessarily blame them. It's just like, it's kind of astonishing to watch.
If you're an athlete, and I understand like the track and field and all this shit no one's ever fucking heard of.
What? You never heard of track and field?
I'm just saying all these athletes that no one's ever fucking heard of. Like, I think it means more to them than these NBA players. If I'm an NBA player, I ain't going to fucking Japan. I ain't fucking going over during this shit. There's no fans. So it already,
you're not getting money.
You're not getting that Olympic spirit. Like, Americans travel. You know, they would have went over and watched you play. Now it's like, it's just it's a bad look and especially when the government of Japan was basically telling them, no, this is happening. No, this is happening. Look how long it took them to cancel last year. When did they cancel last year? May, June? They were like, it was like, there was still some like on the rocks about it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and last year there was actually, it was better in terms of their COVID situation. So yeah, we're just going to be keeping an eye on it. It's going to be happening. It's going to be weird. I just thought the whole Japanese people just way to fucking put your foot in your mouth at the absolute worst time. And then to end it with the Japanese phrase, let's just do our best. That's what we do here at the Simple Mind Sports Show. And that has been the Wednesday edition, July 14th. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, listen, rate, review, share wherever you listen to your podcast and YouTube. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
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 Hate Heat Stroke Tuesdays. I fog off like a mother.
No, you should just not do that to yourself.
I can't. When I close my eyes, all I see is the dark side of the fupa. I can't let that happen to me.
Never.
Sorry. No, you should be thanking me. You should be thanking me for that picture.
I do. I thank you every time. I almost pass out.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Bill,
frame it.
Yep.
Bill, do you listen to the last show? Never mind. I know the answer to that. Ray let us in on the salad that he loves.
Oh, God. I can't wait to hear this.
Well, you know it. Macaroni and pasta, basically.
Pasta salad.
Potato salad.
Oh, Jesus. That's like the worst thing for
and
you.
potato, yeah. As long as it has
love
mayo.
Potato salad. No.
Red Bliss? Do you like a little bit of egg in yours? Like, which one do you like?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, what's that? The old
as long as there's no vegetables. Oh, man.
Oh, there's peppers and onions. And Spam. I don't know what Spam falls into a category of. I know it's not a vegetable or meat or fruit.
Whoa. Who the fuck puts Spam in potato salad?
No. Macaroni salad. She makes a delicious macaroni salad with a little Spam, a little hard-boiled egg, some mayonnaise, a lot of mayonnaise, and onions and peppers.
I don't want to... Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were going there. I would have left it alone.
Why have you not leave that? That's all right. I'll cut your part.
Perfect.